Hey there guys, Patrick here. Welcome to my online Photoshop tutorials. Today I'm going to be teaching you about cropping. It's probably one of the most important things you can learn in Photoshop, and once you get a grasp of that, it is going to make your life so much easier. So I've got a picture of a lady, quite complicated, fine hair on here. So I'm going to show you a few different options, a few different ways that you can crop. We want to add this woman to our sky photo that we've got here. Really easy way to do this. So if you just go to your move symbol, click on your sky, drag it over to the woman, just get it in the right place. That looks good. Okay, I'm not going to use any quick keys for this. I'm going to try and keep it with all the point and click just to make it nice and easy for you for this first tutorial. Okay, so if you go to your background layer, drag this down and create a new layer. So now you've got two backgrounds. Take the top background and lift it above the sky. Okay, so you've got three layers. You've got the lady, you've got the sky, you've got the background. At the moment we don't need the background, so we can turn that off. Okay, now we can focus on our cropping. So there's a few different options you can crop. I'll get in a little closer so you can see. Okay, so if you go up to our lasso symbol here, hold down on it and you've got three different lassos. You've got a lasso, polygonal lasso and a magnetic lasso. If you click lasso and you hold and click, it's a freehand lasso. So try and go around there, link it back up, push delete. You can see our sky breaking through. It's non-exact science on that one. You need a pretty steady hand for that. So that's probably not the right one for us for this. You've got your polygonal lasso. These are straight edges, so it's point and click. And it's a little bit tedious. You'd have to go around, and it does work. I mean, you are going to get a pretty decent line from that, but it's going to take you a long time, and if you accidentally double click somewhere, you're probably going to lose hair and shout at your computer, so maybe not. Then you've got your magnetic lasso. Now this one's pretty cool. If you've got quite vibrant colours, lights and darks, shadow and light, it does work. So if we just hold and click on the shoulder, you can see that the computer is cleverly trying to work out what is shoulder, what is background, and it's actually not giving you a too bad a line. It's not exact again, but you know, it's not too bad. But obviously if you're going to try and do that on maybe the hair, yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, so now we've got our next option. If you go down and we've got we've got the magic wand tool. Okay, the magic wand tool selects colors. So if we just click the magic wand tool on the background, you can see that it's highlighted around the hair, a bit around the shoulder. If you hold shift and you click again, you can keep selecting more of that background image. It does work again on certain photos. I'll show you in other tutorials. It can work really well. Maybe for this type of photo where we've got quite fine hair strands and things, we don't want to use that for this. And that brings us to my magic trick. This is going to be a bit of a lifesaver for you. It's going to save you a lot of hours. If you just click on the magic wand tool, you'll see here we've got something called a quick selection tool. So select that. Now at the moment it's a circle. Looks a bit weird. If you hold down shift, push again, push again, push again, push again, it's gradually highlighting more of that background. Now you're probably wondering, why am I selecting the background? Why am I not selecting the woman? We want to cut out the woman. And what we're doing is we're trying to select the simplest colour. So her hair's got quite fine strands on this, whereas the background is kind of a solid colour, so it's easier for us to work to that rather than the other way around. Okay, so that looks pretty good. You'll notice that you've still got these big gaps. It's not quite, you know, linking up to the hair. It looks very rough, but then it is a quick select tool. That's its name. Okay, so if we got to select, go to inverse, click. Now we've selected the woman, swapped it around for us, so that's great. Then go up to select and mask, click. Okay, now we can see that we've got our woman, we've got our clouds, and we've got our hair, but you'll notice that the hair has got the background that's still there from her original photo. So we want to get rid of that. And this is a little bit of a magic trick. So if we go all the way up here to the left, and we select this tool, which is a refine edge tool, make it slightly larger, and then gradually hold and click and just start shading in around the hair. Anywhere where you've got these gaps where you want to get rid of the original background layer. Just work all the way around this, keep working around. And now this is a really cool tool because not only is it finding the hair against the original background, it's quite intuitive because it's actually figuring out as you go more and more. So the more that you click and the more that you refine this, the more detailed hair strands it's going to pick up. So we go a little bit smaller around the shoulder just to keep to that fine edge. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. And you can see here, if I go back up to some of these strands here and I go back over them again, you'll notice that it's bringing up more and more of the strands from that photograph. So that's pretty cool, actually. Okay, so you can take more time than I am on this. I'm just showing you roughly how it works. You will notice that you've got this kind of haze around the hair, and we can get rid of that in a second as well. There's two ways to do that. The contrast on the right hand side, you can just bring this up just slightly. Don't bring it up too much because again you're going to get this harsh kind of blocky cutting around the hair. So just a little bit, that's pretty good. And then if you go down to here, you've got decontaminate colors. Now just click this and that would get rid of the light haze that you've got around it. And there you go, boom, done. Okay, final thing to do, you've got new layer with layer mask. Click that, and there you go. So basically you've got your woman who's been cut out against your background, and you've actually cut around that hair pretty nicely actually. And now if we zoom in, you can see that it's still got the fine hair strands that you want in a photo like that. And it's a really simple, really easy way to cut around things like fur or hair. In other tutorials, I look at things like sharper edged objects. I also look at smoothing of skin that you can do, quite cool effects, and other things like that. But today I just want to show you a very quick, very easy way of cropping around hair and a few of the other cropping options.